Welcome to the MH Podcast, the place where real crime meets real storytelling. I'm your host. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode. Today, we tell the story of Suzanne Wormser, a quiet, private woman from Milford, Connecticut, whose life ended in a way no one could have imagined. Her murder didn't just shock her neighbors, it exposed a cold-blooded truth hiding in plain sight. This is the chilling case of the Suzanne Wormser Suitcase murder. Suzanne Wormser was 61 years old. She lived in a small, simple home on Salem Walk. To most people, she was just another neighbor. Private, polite, rarely seen. She didn't draw attention. Her roommate, Donald Coffel, had been living with her for a while. Their arrangement seemed peaceful. No one really thought much of it. But behind the closed doors of that quiet home, something was clearly wrong. It was the morning of March 11th, 2025, when everything changed. A woman walking by the Quinnipiac River in New Haven spotted a strange black suitcase near the water's edge. She thought it might be trash. But as she stepped closer, the stench hit her. What she found inside would haunt her forever. The naked, lifeless body of a woman, bruised and broken, folded into the suitcase like she was nothing more than discarded luggage. Police arrived quickly and soon confirmed the worst. The victim was Suzanne Wormser. But who did this to her? And why? Detectives immediately turned their attention to the person who shared her home, Donald Coffel. At first, Donald claimed he hadn't seen Suzanne in days. She probably went out of town, he told them. But his story didn't hold up for long. Suzanne's phone was still at home. Her suitcase, all of them, were in the closet. And in the trash? Bloody towels. It was only a matter of time before Donald's calm demeanor cracked under pressure. After hours of questioning, Donald broke. He claimed it was an argument that went too far. "I snapped," he muttered. But the autopsy told a much darker story. Suzanne had been beaten. Blunt force trauma to the head, defensive wounds on her hands, bruises up and down her body. This wasn't a moment of rage. This was a violent, prolonged attack. Donald admitted he cleaned up her blood, placed her body in the bathtub, then stuffed her into a suitcase. He drove her 20 minutes away and threw her away like garbage into the river. When the news broke, the Milford community was stunned. People who had passed Donald in the street couldn't believe it. He always said good morning. He seemed harmless. Flowers were placed outside Suzanne's home. A small vigil was held by the riverbank where her body was found. Media outlets called it the Suitcase murder. But for the people who knew her, it was much more than a headline. The biggest question still hangs in the air. Why? What made Donald Coffel kill a woman who had let him into her home? Some said he had mental health issues. Others whispered he may have had an obsession with Suzanne, something dark and one-sided. A neighbor told reporters she once heard a heated argument between them. Suzanne had been asking him to leave. Was it rejection? Was it money? Or was it pure control? Whatever the reason, it was clear. This wasn't a random act of violence. It was personal, intimate, and terrifying. Donald Coffel was arrested and charged with murder and abuse of a corpse. As of now, he remains in jail awaiting trial. Suzanne's family continues to search for peace, but answers are hard to come by. The crime didn't just take her life. It shattered the feeling of safety in her community. This case reminds us that danger doesn't always wear a mask or hide in the dark. Sometimes it eats breakfast with you, smiles from across the table, lives under your roof. If this story moved you, share it. Let it be a warning and a tribute. Suzanne Wormser lived a quiet life, and her story deserves to be remembered. Thank you for listening to The Suitcase in the River, the murder of Suzanne Wormser. Stay safe, stay aware, and remember, sometimes the real monsters live right next door. If you like and enjoy true crime stories that go beyond the headlines, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode. It really helps the MH Podcast channel grow and brings more untold stories to light in the MH Podcast channel.